after you've got in the lab and practiced and cleaned up your techniques and your skills and your creativity and concepts and moves and all of that good stuff, then put yourself in positions little by little, take baby steps where you are practicing your confidence, your ability to be confident in front of other people. Dance in front of friends, dance in front of family members, people close to you, and then take it that next step further where maybe you're going out to family events or bars or clubs or what have you, and you're dancing in front of people that you're not familiar with.
What's going on, fam? Welcome to The Movement, where we discuss all things dance, life, and this profound, powerful dance through life. Whether you're a dancer, a little klutzy, or just a lot of curious, this show is all levels friendly, baby. So lace up and let's go. You know that feeling you get when you want to dance and live life to the fullest, but you're paralyzed and you can't bring yourself to move. You can't bring yourself to dance and mingle freely. That feeling of, I must forewarn everyone that I have 2 left feet just to lower the expectations and decrease the chances of complete embarrassment. I know that feeling all too well because that is exactly who I used to be. Then through dance, I learned how to connect mind and body and to decrease that voice in my head that was so concerned about what others thought about me. I learned to increase the positive language as I spoke to myself and changed the course of my entire life dramatically. I want to help you overcome that same exact thing. Each week, I'll be holding a live class session where you will learn how to become the most confident version of yourself in dance and in life, while being able to ask any questions you have in a community of others just like yourself. Go down to hasdancecamp.co. That's hasdancecamp.co. I'll drop the link down in the description. I look forward to seeing you and building with you. Now let's get back to the show. What's going on? This your boy, Melvin AC Howell. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of The Movement. Look, I am currently on the move, running errands. So I actually have, obviously I'm in the car. I have my GoPro set up with the helmet mount on the dashboard just so I can get this episode to y'all because it is Wednesday morning. It's 11:08 a.m. and I got to get this posted by noon. So whatever I got to do to remain consistent to get y'all these episodes, these installments, these gems, and to help y'all become more confident dancers, whether that's because you want dance as a career or you just love movement but you want to feel good when you're moving. And you want to discuss this movement through life, that is why I am here. So I'm super excited. I'm going to leave this GoPro mount up on my dashboard, and I'm going to do more episodes on the go because this feels really cool and innovative. But yeah, like I said, I'm running errands. It's been a pretty busy week. And I'm actually fasting these past 2 weeks, or last week I was fasting, but it was more of a fast from distractions like Netflix and watching TV, social media. So I haven't been on social media. And that's why I also didn't go live last Wednesday or last Tuesday whenever I shot last week's episode. And so today or this week, I'm not only fasting from distractions like Netflix and Hulu, HBO, TV, social media, but I'm also doing a food fast. Y'all, and I'm actually really excited about it. I enjoy doing fasts, not because of the eating part. I actually hate the not being able to eat part, but it does help me become more spiritually grounded and stronger and more spiritually aware, and it gives me the opportunity to see God's face a little bit more, so, or a lot more actually. So anywho, how are y'all? I hope y'all are doing well. Thank you so much again for tuning in. I really appreciate your consistency as I battle with being consistent for you all myself. So today what we're going to talk about is how to become a more confident dancer. Now, I know I posted a short clip of dance tips in under 2 minutes about being a more confident dancer. However, I don't really feel like that was enough. I feel like we need a little bit more. So that's what I'm coming with for you today. So I got 5 steps for you to become a more confident dancer. Yeah, so step number 1, this is the most important step, because as long as you're not completing this step, none of the rest even matters, okay? You know that feeling you get when you want to dance and live life to the fullest, but you're paralyzed and you can't bring yourself to move. You can't bring yourself to dance and mingle freely. That feeling of, I must forewarn everyone that I have 2 left feet just to lower the expectations and decrease the chances of complete embarrassment. I know that feeling all too well, because that is exactly who I used to be. Then through dance, I learned how to connect mind and body and to decrease that voice in my head that was so concerned about what others thought about me. I learned to increase the positive languages I spoke to myself and change the course of my entire life dramatically. I want to help you overcome that same exact thing. Each week, I'll be holding a live class session where you will learn how to become the most confident version of yourself in dance and in life, while being able to ask any questions you have in a community of others just like yourself. Go down to hasdancecamp.co. That's hasdancecamp.co. I'll drop the link down in the description. I look forward to seeing you and building with you. Now let's get back to the show. This first step is letting go of your insecurities and stop worrying so much about what others think about you, what others are going to say about you. Because as long as you're worried about what others think or what others are going to say, you're not really going to be able to reach that next level of skill. You're not going to be able to reach that next level of confidence and creativity that you're searching for, that you're yearning for, that you want to reach. Okay? Because bottom line is, it really don't matter what anybody else got to say. It don't matter how anybody else looks at you when you're doing what you're doing, because you're doing it for your personal growth, and because dance brings you happiness, it brings you joy, it gives you something to look forward to. So what everybody else, you're always going to have people who are looking at you weird or judging you whenever you're doing something for yourself that improves you or makes you happy, especially if it's something that someone else is afraid of doing. So don't let someone else deter you from reaching that next level that you're looking to reach. And that's with dance and any other aspect of your life. Step number 2 is practice the foundations of the style or styles that you dance. Whenever you practice the foundations, it really does allow you to feel more confident about what you're doing, because you understand what you're doing a lot more. So, for example, if I am, again, making a hip-hop reference, or no, let me not. If I'm doing ballet, right? Currently, I don't train a lot of ballet. So my foundation in ballet is not where it needs to be in order for me to feel confident dancing ballet. If someone asked me to put on a performance dancing ballet, I would not be able to be confident about it. I would be super insecure because I don't have the foundations. And whenever you don't have the foundations, you don't have a place to build soundly on with creativity. You don't, how can I put this? It makes it more difficult to build on with creativity. It makes it more difficult to make moves your own. And it's like, okay, let me use this reference. So it's like you taking a bunch of languages, a bunch of words from different languages, not knowing their origin or really how to pronounce them or how to use them, and just putting them together. So you have words, you have moves. I have moves that I've seen done that I could replicate, but because I don't know the origin of these moves, the technique of these moves, and I haven't trained these moves as far as foundation goes, I don't know how to use that language properly, and that's going to make me insecure, and it's going to cause me to lack confidence. So I'm telling you now, whatever style it is that you dance or that you want to dance, or the styles that you dance or want to dance, it is very important that you learn the foundations. Take your time, do the tedious work of learning the foundations. Whenever you learn the foundations, you'll have a strong structure to build on top of in terms of creativity, and you'll have a strong structure that you can make moves your own. A huge part of the confidence process is being able to make moves your own and be creative with those moves instead of just replicating moves that you've seen. A lot of the times I'll work with students and clients who always say, like, I run out of moves or I repeat moves and I don't know what else to do. And that's because they haven't practiced the foundations. And so they're taking a bunch of moves that they've seen done or that they remember doing from their memory bank, and they're just using those haphazardly, versus training the foundations to those moves. So then not only do you have the foundations, which creates unlimited combinations of movements and skills, but then you're able to see where those other moves come from, and you're able to generate your own moves from those foundations. So practice those foundations. Yeah. You know that feeling you get when you want to dance and live life to the fullest, but you're paralyzed and you can't bring yourself to move. You can't bring yourself to dance and mingle freely. That feeling of, I must forewarn everyone that I have 2 left feet just to lower the expectations and decrease the chances of complete embarrassment. I know that feeling all too well, because that is exactly who I used to be. Then through dance, I learned how to connect mind and body and to decrease that voice in my head that was so concerned about what others thought about me. I learned to increase the positive languages I spoke to myself and change the course of my entire life dramatically. I want to help you overcome that same exact thing. Each week, I'll be holding a live class session where you will learn how to become the most confident version of yourself in dance and in life, while being able to ask any questions you have in a community of others just like yourself. Go down to hasdancecamp.co. That's HASdancecamp.co. I'll drop the link down in the description. I look forward to seeing you and building with you. Now let's get back to the show. Step number 3 is research other dancers and their styles. Draw inspiration from other dancers. There's absolutely nothing wrong with drawing inspiration from other dancers. Analyze them, observe them, like especially the dancers that excite you and get you up on your feet, get you hyped, their choreography. Maybe there's something about them that you're really drawn to. And whenever you're able to channel that gives you a confidence boost, because you're channeling something else that you've seen someone else do as far as energy and vibe is related. And you're able to see the crowd reaction that they're getting. Whenever you're able to draw that connection between how they dance, how they move, and their crowd reaction, which is usually really positive, then you're able to put yourself in that particular mindset. And whenever you're doing someone else's, channeling someone else and drawing inspiration from someone else who got a positive crowd reaction, it's almost like you're in that position getting that positive crowd reaction. And it can be very uplifting, especially in the early stages. It's not a bad idea at all to draw inspiration from other dancers. Okay. Step number 4, we're almost done here. Step number 4 is get in the lab. Okay. You want to get in the lab. And I mentioned this on not last week's episode, but the week before last, about labbing. Okay. Labbing is when you are practicing, whether by yourself or with other dancers, you're practicing techniques and the skills that you've been working on, or you're practicing new skills
of dance that it's pretty much based on creativity. You're creating. Think of like a scientist lab. They're creating products. They're combining different materials and different liquids, different molecules, so on and so forth. And it's that same way with dancing in the lab. You're creating new combinations. You're creating choreography. You're creating new concepts and things of that sort. By creating these concepts and creating new things, you're able to perfect your style, perfect your stage presence, your character, personality, your concepts, your combinations, choreography, so on and so forth. And whenever you're able to take these to the lab, perfect them, and clean them up, then you're able to feel confident about them, even though it's by yourself. Okay, so get in the lab, practice, and improve. For sure, practice by yourself and improve, because then your only judge is yourself. Okay, and this goes back to step number 1, which is also like, lower your insecurities and what other people think about you, but a lot of times we're our toughest critic. So don't be so hard on yourself, especially when you're in the lab. Practice, perfect those moves, those foundational moves, and build on top of that with creativity while you're in the lab, so you can learn new things, new combinations, new ways to move your body, new ways that your body is capable of moving. And that brings us to step 5. And then we're done, y'all. It's going to be a really short one today. It's going to be a short one, and that's okay. That's perfectly fine. But I am excited because I have some very dope guests coming on in the coming weeks for this show. So stay tuned, because they're really dope, and they're going to help out. They're going to help us out a lot. Not just you, but they're going to help us out a lot, because I'm going to learn a lot from these special guests and professional artists that I have coming on in the coming weeks. And so before I get to the step number 5, the final step, I want to encourage you to head over to HozDanceCamp.co. My birthday is next weekend, October 15th. Next Saturday is my birthday, and I'm doing a very special birthday launch of some ebooks that I've been writing for you all on how to become a more confident dancer. If you're a dance teacher, I wrote a book on how you can become the greatest dance teacher in your region, to become very sought after, and this will give you the leverage and the power that you need to raise your rates. I know a lot of dance teachers don't get paid what they deserve. And this book will allow you to be able to leverage this new information, and it will make it easier to leverage your skills to have a higher ask and actually get that ask. So that's a book that you definitely get your hands on. And then I have some online courses too, a membership website where we're going to dance every single day, Monday through Friday. We're going to dance every day, Monday through Friday. We're going to have different dance teachers, different dance styles. It's just going to be an amazing experience, I'm telling you so. And I'm going to do a special deal for you. On October 15th, you will be able to get access to a bundle. You'll be able to get access to an online course and an ebook for only $28. It's my 28th birthday, so I'm giving you a $28 special, because they are going to go up after the 15th, after my birthday, and the price is going to be way more than $28. So October 15th, make sure you head over there. Please go to my website, thepositivitymovement.life. Join my newsletter. Shoot me that email and your information, so that way I can keep you posted on when it drops, because as soon as it drops, I want to make sure that we get you in there to get these gems. Yeah? So moving on. The final step is practice confidence. Like any other skill, you got to practice it. Like any other muscle, you have to practice it in order for it to grow. practice your confidence. So after you've taken the first 4 steps, after you've practiced your foundations, after you've worked on letting go of your insecurities and what others think or what others have to say, after you have researched other dancers that you're excited about and that get you hype.
You know that feeling you get when you want to dance and live life to the fullest, but you're paralyzed and you can't bring yourself to move. You can't bring yourself to dance and mingle freely. That feeling of, I must forewarn everyone that I have 2 left feet just to lower the expectations and decrease the chances of complete embarrassment. I know that feeling all too well because that is exactly who I used to be. Then through dance, I learned how to connect mind and body and to decrease that voice in my head that was so concerned about what others thought about me. I learned to increase the positive language as I spoke to myself and changed the course of my entire life dramatically. I want to help you overcome that same exact thing. Each week, I'll be holding a live class session where you will learn how to become the most confident version of yourself in dance and in life, while being able to ask any questions you have in a community of others just like yourself. Go down to hasdancecamp.co. That's hasdancecamp.co. I'll drop the link down in the description. I look forward to seeing you and building with you. Now let's get back to the show.
After you've got in the lab and practiced and cleaned up your techniques and your skills and your creativity and concepts and moves and all of that good stuff, then put yourself in positions little by little, take baby steps where you are practicing your confidence, your ability to be confident in front of other people. Dance in front of friends, dance in front of family members, people close to you. And then take it that next step further where maybe you're going out to family events or bars or clubs or what have you, and you're dancing in front of people that you're not familiar with. Yeah? That's it. Those are your 5 steps to becoming a more confident dancer. And there are so many more steps to becoming a more confident dancer that helped me on my path to becoming the confident dancer that I am. I work with a lot of artists. I choreograph and perform a lot of productions and for a lot of events and festivals these days, music videos, commercials for large companies. And that's by practicing these particular steps to becoming a more confident dancer. So whether your goal is to make dance a more profitable career and a more legitimate career, or you just like dancing because it makes you feel good and it's fun, listen to this again and again. I know there's a lot of stuttering and talking in circles. I apologize for that. But these are really important gems. Please reach out. Give me a 5-star review. Like, share, subscribe if you're on YouTube. Tell your friends about it. Tell your studio about it. October 15th, I got some dope stuff dropping. Make sure you're a part of that initial group because we're going to do some giveaways as well. And if you're listening, if you're one of my listeners, you're going to be the first to hear this because I'm not going to mention it to anybody before my birthday on October 15th. But I am starting a dance convention with some really, really dope, internationally known choreographers. And I will also be one of those choreographers. So that will be in November in Asheville, North Carolina. If you go into thepositivitymovement.life, sign up for the newsletter, shoot me an email letting me know that you heard about the dance convention through the podcast or through my YouTube page, I will give you an extreme discount on that. The tickets for the 2-day event is going to be $150 per dancer. If you inform me through my website that you heard about the dance convention through my podcast or my YouTube, I'm going to give you an extreme discount just for being a loyal listener. So again, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for your time. I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day. Peace.
Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of The Movement. Why? Because it's not about the movement, it's about what the move meant. If you like this episode, please do me a huge favor by leaving me a 5-star review. And if you're not already, please go ahead, subscribe to the show, and share it with a friend, because I'm providing this valuable perspective so that you can level up as an aspiring dancer. Again, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next Wednesday on The Movement.